Can you hear me? All right, Bradley. Right, so this is my live video for the Winning Wednesday from the F4 US Championship. My name's Teddy Wilson. I'm from Hull Beach, UK, and I'm racing J Howard Drive Development in the F4 US Championship. Um, yeah, it's been a good start to the season. Been up and down really, but overall been pretty good. Hey everybody, Daniel, Bradley, Amy. Yeah. Well, the first question I've got is how and when did I start racing? So I started when I was 6 years old in karting. I was really young, and sort of all developed from there. My dad used to race, so yeah, it was sort of natural for me to start getting into it. And yeah, ever since sat in a car, couldn't get out of it, so it all just escalates from there. Yeah, and it's ever since it's been an amazing experience, and hopefully keep it going as long as I can. Hi Jay, hi P Sarah. I don't know if that's Antonio or Peter. Okay. Yeah, so currently the third round of the championship has just gone past at Mid Ohio. I'm heading over on Saturday up to Pittsburgh for the official season tests at the track on Monday, Tuesday, and then the racing starts Friday through Sunday. That's going to be the fourth round of the championship. So yeah, first round is my first ever race in cars, so that was quite a really good experience. It began, I was really fast in both practice sessions, second and first, and then during qualifying I was pole. Unfortunately, due to technical problem, we couldn't hold the position, and I ended up getting disqualified. And then so that made it a very difficult weekend from the beginning. So the beginning of the first race ended up starting at the back and was making my way through the pack, but unfortunately didn't finish. And then second and third race, they were my first real chance at the front, and I came away with a second place and a third place, which I'm extremely happy about. I learned so much that weekend, and yeah, it's been really good ever since. Yeah, and then we had the next round at Road Atlanta. Suffered a mechanical problem during the second practice and was unable to continue, and then that led to problems during the qualifying in the first race, so I didn't finish either of those sessions. So that was a really tough start to the weekend. We then came back in the second race to about 14th place, I believe. But half the race was in the safety car, so that was a bit of a shame because we definitely have the pace to move forward a lot more. The third race, we had an incident and ended up coming 11th. Yeah, so it was a very tough weekend. Didn't score any points, which was really disappointing, but we can definitely fought back stronger, and we definitely did that at Mid Ohio, coming away with 3 podiums. 3 third place finishes, so definitely back on top of it, on top of going up the standings in the championship. All right, got some questions from question from Daniel Berry. I'm currently in Florida on holiday with my family. Yeah, so that's been good. Bit relaxing between Mid Ohio and Pittsburgh. I've also got a question from Jay Francois. My most memorable moment as a driver. It's a tough one, really. I've had lots of amazing experiences over the years. Um, Definitely one of the best experiences I had was in Mint Cadet in England when I was young. I think I was like 12 or 13. I won a track called Glunny Gores. I won all the races, so that was really special for me. That meant a lot. I was the only ever person to complete that, and I did it twice over the course of 2 seasons, so that was really good. And yeah, it meant a lot to me. All right, let's get on to the first question. I've got a question from Andrew James. What's the ultimate goal? F1 or Indy 500, and why? The ultimate goal is definitely well, to be honest, is F1 is the ultimate goal, but IndyCar just as high as level for me. And that's really what I'm chasing over here in America. Obviously, the opportunity arose to go back to Europe to follow sort of the Formula One ladder would definitely be Definitely, yeah, be a really good experience. But IndyCar is really what I'm focusing on at the moment. And yeah, it looks like a really good championship. It's definitely growing every year. You've got big teams like Carling are joining, and there's talks of like a team like McLaren. So it's definitely growing, and hopefully it will carry on doing so. And hopefully I can do well and see where hopefully I can end up there against all the really great drivers there is. I've got a question from Bradley. Who's your idol? And he asks if you can have my suit back. Um, yeah, my idol would probably say is Ayrton Senna. Just really great. He just had so much car control, and always what I've watched the Senna movie. I can't countless amount of times, and yeah, he's just a really amazing driver, and yeah, I think he's very special, and it's a shame that I think he would have been really up there with a lot more world championships. And for the context of the question asking if you have a suit back, I borrowed Bradley's suit for my first ever test in the car in the beginning of at the end of the beginning of 2016, and yeah, he hasn't got it back yet. So definitely will go back in England. I'll give that back to him. But yeah, it's been used a lot. So yeah, thank you for that, Bradley. I've got a question from Debbie Frierson. How do you manage to combine college work and racing? Well, yeah, it's been quite tough. I had some big exams in 2016, so I had to go into college 2017 and try and do my best to get through the school year. I had quite a lot of help from the school. They supported me a lot, and yeah, I was enabled to do all my schoolwork while I was abroad in America because I've been living here quite most of the season really. So yeah, they really helped out. I did all my schoolwork online over the phone with the teacher, emails, all this kind of stuff, and then I had to go back and do all my exams before mid-Ohio, and then there was summer break. So yeah, the school were really helpful, and yeah, and next year I believe I'm going to MSA ASSE course in Loughborough College. So as part of the MSA Academy, I had a place there. So really supportive from them. I'm really thankful for the opportunity. Working with loads of other drivers, I'm sure that's going to be a great experience. And question from Carl Connolly: will F4 come to Indy next year? That the schedule hasn't been announced yet. I believe it came there in the past, so I'm sure there's always talks about going to a track like Indy, so much heritage. But I mean, it looks like an amazing track, especially with all the big grandstands and stuff, and I'm sure there's big crowds there. So I definitely think they're gonna be trying to get there. So, but the schedule has been confirmed, and I don't know any more than that at the moment. I've got a question from O Capucin. What's been your best racing moment to date? Yeah, that was probably the same as Jay. Yeah, winning that race in England was really, really amazing for me. If anyone wants to ask any questions in the comments, feel free. I've got loads of questions about. I haven't been to Disneyland. Amy, Andrew James, what have you done to your hair? Nothing. There's quite a lot of questions about my hair. That's not. I'm not sure about that. Favorite animal from Robin Curry. I'd probably say a dog, a small dog. They're quite funny. Yeah. Karen Smith, hi Teddy, who's the best driver coach you've had? Jay has definitely been helping me amazing amounts this year. Definitely improved so much from when I first stepped in the car. So yeah, Jay's been really, really big help for me. And yeah, hopefully keep working together and I can keep improving and see where we end up. Okay, the next question from Folfan. How's racing F4 compared to all other racing series and classes you have raced and tried before competition-wise? Well, I competed in England in the national championships when I was really young, and then went over to Europe to compete in the karting stuff. That was at a really high level. Lots of the drivers now are in lots of high classes, so or keep in contact, which is quite good. But yeah, that was really tough. In fact, this is my first season racing in Formula cars. So it's been a massive experience. So I don't have much. I don't really know much other than what I've experienced so far. So yeah, I'm a rookie, definitely to racing, Formula car racing. So yeah, it's been tough, but it's been a great experience. And yeah, the competition is really high this year. You got lots of well experienced drivers in the championship, like Dakota, Christian, James, and Benjamin. They're all really fast. And we have really good battles throughout the season so far. It's all pretty close at the top. So yeah, it's gonna be a good, interesting rest of the season. I'm sure about it. What's your favorite food in the US from Amy Greenway? Um, I'm not really a fan of the food in America. I'm not gonna lie. It seems, yeah, it's not my favorite. Definitely in England's a lot better, to be honest. But what's favorite food? Chipotle. That's good. I like that. Yeah, it's like fast food. It's like Mexican. I'm not really a fan of Mexican normally, but yeah, Chipotle, they do it right. Peace Hair Racing. What's your favorite game? Um, I like to play rFactor 2 on a simulator. That's always really fun. Um, yeah, I'll play online with some friends, whatever. Me and Christian always play on like Seta Corsa and stuff, so that's fun. Yeah, I mean like driving on the simulator, learning tracks before race weekend, and also having fun with all my friends. Racing or ping pong? Uh, Racing, yeah, definitely. Yeah, ping pong's good, but racing definitely tops that. Fake tan or real tan from Frankie? Yeah, yeah. I've been here for about a month, so it's definitely real. Um, I guess you're a bit jealous, aren't you, Frankie? That fake tan you need. Um, Jay, favorite food in the UK? Um, favorite food. I don't really have a favorite food in the UK. It's all general, like Sunday dinner. I guess that's sort of more traditional in England. Haven't one of those in all year, I don't think. So yeah, that would definitely be nice to have when I come back. Um, Andrew James, how do you keep fit for all your racing, and how important is fitness? Yeah, I do. I go to the gym every day, as much well every day I can, if it's possible. Since the last race, I've been every day but four. I like to work on a lot of cardio. I also do weight training, just to make sure that I'm ready to move up to the next level as soon as I can. And also, I really enjoy it. I've been doing it for about a year and a half, 2 years now. I just go to the gym. Me and my friends used to go, and now it's sort of more serious. I go, and yeah, I really enjoy it. And yeah, it's good to stay fit. Definitely feel good. Stuart Uster, are you a better driver than your dad? Um, well, I'm sure he'd beg to differ, but I'd like to believe I am. Yeah, definitely. Daniel Berry, Hidalgo or Howard? Definitely Howard. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure if Joe's skills are up there at the moment. Um, what differences are there between tracks in Europe and USA? Definitely one I've noticed. I've driven on two tracks in Europe. There's a lot more runoff area. In America, the tracks are really challenging, and also you don't have a lot of runoff. So if you make any mistakes, they can punish you quite hard. So yeah, that's definitely a big difference. I'll say the tracks though, this so far this season have been amazing, and I'm really looking forward to COTA, the F1 race. That's gonna be a really great event, I'm sure. Um, yeah, so that's about that question. Got any more? What cardio exercise do you like the best? Um, I like cycling a lot, especially when I'm back in England. Where I live is in the countryside, and it's loads of woods. So I always go on on bikes in the woods, either with my cousin or something, or like Frankie. We always go to the woods. So yeah, that's definitely my favourite. Um, I like running. I used to compete at quite a high level, but no, it's just not. I haven't really enjoyed it as much in recent years. What car issues have you had? Have you had, and have these been sorted for the rest of the season? Yeah, we've had the first race. There was a technical problem, and I ended up in qualifying. Ended up having to start from the back of the grid, so that was unfortunate. And yeah, we had a problem, mechanical problem. The second race that really hampered us during the whole weekend. So that was a shame. There's not really much more I can say about that at the moment. There's stuff going on behind the scenes, but yeah, that's all I can say about that. Mike Fultz, will you win at pit race? Well, yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to be trying my best. That's for sure. It's definitely getting stronger every race that's been gone past. So without any hiccups and just keep focusing. I feel really good at the moment with my driving and fitness. So yeah, I definitely think I'm in good shape to really challenge at the front and get that win that I've been really hoping to get for the last couple of races. What are the biggest lessons you have learnt this year in F4? Um, Mainly the racecraft of racing Formula cars. That's been quite hard to get over because obviously in karts it's very different. It's a lot smaller. Yeah, so driving a real racing car is quite different in the terms of awareness and everything. Also, even the techniques to drive a race car fast is very different to kart. It's a lot more in detail. And yeah, been working on that every race, definitely improving from when I first sat in the car. Every time I get in the car, get more confident with it, especially being a not very new, more completely new to this sort of racing, Formula racing. So yeah, that's probably been the biggest lesson. Had you had a big crash earlier this year? Was it scary, and how do you feel about the dangers of motorsport? Um, I would, yeah, they had a crash at Road Atlanta with another driver, an incident. It caused a lot of stuff behind. Managed to keep going. Um, I wouldn't say it wasn't scary. The initially it was scary, but after that it wasn't because I sort of had it was under control on my side. So I never really thought about it as sort of natural instinct just to steer away and keep going. Dangers of motorsport. I think there's things like the Halo being introduced on like the new American F3 car. That safety is definitely going up. Obviously in F1 it's going to have it. F2. So yeah, safety is definitely improving. Um, it's always going to be a dangerous sport. Accidents do happen. Everyone's competitive, and yeah, so it's going to be dangerous and difficult to get overcome such things. But I don't think it's all heading in the right direction, and yes, it's getting safer every year. So I'm sure that will be in the next couple of years. It will be incredibly safe. So yeah, hopefully if you move up the formulas, it gets safer. Although element of danger is always good as a driver, a bit of adrenaline. Um, but mainly, yeah, I think safer, definitely better. Does it make a big difference to your racing if people have gone to watch you? Um, I don't know. A lot of my family some of my family come over. My dad comes to every race. My mum comes in for most of the races. Um, I don't know. I've always been used to my family coming to watch me, and also obviously people who come to the race meetings. But as a term of family, yeah, it's always nice to have people there. Yeah, I always enjoy it a lot, and yeah, it's great to have such support from my family and everyone back home and my friends in England. There's a lot of people have been going to the races this year, the F4. So yeah, that's quite cool to when you're on the podium and see all the fans. That's a good experience, definitely. Martin Caldwell, do you ever watch your old adversaries in UK and think, I should be there? There's always an element of that, but there's lots of different factors that go into motorsport, and yeah, it's a hard sport. You got to grab every opportunity that you have, and that's why I'm here in F4 in United States. The opportunity came about, and yeah, just trying to succeed as a driver and make a career out of it. Essentially, that's my goal as a driver, to be a professional. and make a living. So yeah, we've got some more questions here. Um, Apart from single seat racing, what other series would you be interested in taking part? Definitely LMP cars, LMP3, and LMP2. They definitely catch my eye. They're very fast. LMP1 also, but LMP3 and LMP2, especially with Ligier, they seem to make a great car. So yeah, and so good connections with them. That looks with the championship. That would be really great to have experience in that. GT racing definitely looks good, good fun. It's really competitive at the moment as well. There's tons of drivers and championships across the world. Blackpain, they race at some amazing tracks and amazing races. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of other things I'm interested in aside from Formula racing, but at the moment that's my main focus. How do I deal with it if I don't win a race? If I don't win a race, I look back at the video. We have GoPro cameras on board. Have a look at the video, see what I did wrong, just try and learn from my mistakes. Try and learn from the mistakes I made if I did any, which evidently I have. I haven't won a race, but yeah, I'm just learning all the time. Look at the data, see where I can improve to my teammates, and yeah, and just really focus on optimizing my car and myself as a driver. What music do I listen to? What music do I listen to? I listen to a lot of music. I like rap music, although it probably doesn't look like I should. I like rap music. A lot of everything. I like Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're a good band. I've seen them a couple times live. A lot of mixtures really. Dance music. That's good fun sometimes. Um, are you allowed to drink the bubbly you presented with on the podiums? Yeah, it's like apple juice, sparkling apple juice, pretty much. But yeah, we're allowed to drink it, but obviously it's not much fun as some they get in F1, I imagine. Yeah, it also is quite warm because they don't keep it in coolers, so that's not really. I don't tend to drink it. All right, so get some more questions from Snapchat and Instagram. What aspects of racing you find most difficult? I don't know. The whole getting together for a season is really hard as a driver, and being able to find the funding to compete. So that's been a really big, yeah, really important in the championship where I am at the moment, and hopefully the F4 Championship provides some great prizes throughout the season. So that's really the aim. To win a couple of those, win the championship is the goal. I'm currently fifth in the standings. It's really close at the top. I can definitely make my way back up. Just need to be consistent after a really bad round at Road Atlanta. But yeah, that's definitely it's been a difficult season so far, but it's definitely on the up. So hopefully we can get some more good results coming in. Where do you see myself in 10 years' time? I don't really know. I haven't really. I'd like to see myself as a professional racing driver. In what I don't know. Obviously, I'd like to be in IndyCar Formula One. That was what I like to believe. But I just like to be a professional racing driver. I hope that's how I become. I'm really working hard at it and to become as good as I possibly can. What qualities do you need to succeed as a racing driver? Obviously, you need to be fast. You need to be, yeah, fast, good racecraft, quite switched on about the whole aspects of motorsport and driving, business, media, all those sort of things. You need a good amount of people around you, the right people to guide you in the right directions to fully get the best out of your abilities. And if you think as a driver, that's extremely important. How would you feel about driving electric cars? I think Formula E is getting really big. They're into fifth season now, about to start the fifth season. and they got the new car that looks a lot faster, no driver changes, and no midway car changes this time. So yeah, it's definitely getting a lot better. Um, the tracks look quite challenging. It's all street circuit. So as a driver, I'm sure it's very difficult, and the level is extremely high. It's all lots of World Endurance Championship drivers, ex-F1 drivers. So the level is extremely high. Really great coverage, and yeah, it's definitely on the up. And there's some, I think Tesla are doing a electric racing series, and I believe Jaguar are doing an iPace series with Formula E. So it's definitely coming big. Big manufacturers are joining. So yeah, I think electric cars, I definitely like to drive them. I'm sure it's an extremely different experience, especially with no noise. So yeah, but yeah, I think they look really good. Callum Bradshaw. I don't know. You asked me. What more questions have we got? Mm, do I have any plans on coming back to Europe? By who's that? Gallia GP. Not at the moment. Racing wise, focusing out here. Um, yeah, so it's definitely a different route in Europe. It looks tough as well. And but at the moment, yeah, the focus fully on America. They've got really good programs like the F3 is beginning. So yeah, there's definitely lots of opportunities there as a driver like myself. So yeah, that's definitely going to be a yeah, that's definitely going to be difficult, I guess, to get back into the European scene. How important is your experience in karting to your single-seater experience racing from Andrew James? Yeah, I had a lot of experience in karting. Definitely think it helps. Felt quite natural when I first got in a single-seater. So that was definitely, if I hadn't done karting, that wouldn't have been the case. Um, it's extremely different. It feels a lot slower, if that makes sense, because in the car it's quite small when you're low to the ground. So an Formula car, an F4, everything happens a lot slower. You have to be a lot more calm. But yeah, it's definitely helped a lot. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for karting right now. Who do I get the best advice from? Jay and Lou, the mechanic, definitely give me the best advice. They're both amazing and do really good jobs. So yeah, they've given me a lot of support throughout the season and helping me get better. Best track in America from Oscar Piastri. VAR was probably the best track I've done. That was really fast, really flowing, really up my style. Yeah, so that we were really quick there. Unfortunately, didn't get the results that we would have liked. But yeah, that was a really good fun track, really good racing, a lot of drafting. So it was very interesting, especially in the first race coming through the pack. Jay Francois, do you have any regrets or things you would change from since you started racing? No, I don't, if I'm honest. It's been tough, definitely, throughout my whole career so far. There's some decisions that have been made that weren't probably the best at the time, but in hindsight, you can say a lot of things that you could change, but I wouldn't have changed it. The decisions were made by myself, so yes, it's sometimes frustrating to see other things succeed in the sense that it could have been me, but yeah, that's how racing is, and you just got to work even harder and get back on and try and put yourself in the best place possible. Okay, anybody more questions? Feel free. There's going to be a winner of a hat. During the there's going to be a winner of a hat, yeah. So stick around, be lucky enough. has your experience in Italy helped you at all with USF4? Um, yeah, well, I reiterate, yeah, that was when I was doing karting. Like I said before, definitely helped a lot with the transition. Also, in the fact of being in Italy, going on my own and stuff, definitely helped with because I'm living in America. So yeah, that definitely helped a bunch. Uh, being far away from family. So yeah, definitely that definitely was a big part of why I'm here at the moment. All right, so we've got any more questions here? Um, what are your strengths and weaknesses as a driver? Um, I didn't say my strengths. I'd say I'm fast, um, and I'm quite good at racecraft. I've learned from quite a lot in England from some good people when I was young, so that always helped. Um, Weaknesses. I'm not going to give any of those because might have some people watching that might use them. Oscar Piastri, how many times have you taken me out? I don't think that's really fair, to be honest. I don't think only as many as you have as well. So I think it's fair. I think we're equal. In Bahrain, that was your fault, so that's fine. What was the next step after a four? Currently, it's halfway through the season. There hasn't been much, too much thought about what's going to happen next year. See how the rest of the year goes, and then we'll collectively come back as a team, myself, my parents, and see what the best route is. There's definitely some great programs out there, but we haven't made a decision quite yet. Best track in Great Britain. Um, Um, see, that's a tough one. Probably Glannygores in Wales. That was a really great track, really undulating, like VIR. I guess they're quite similar in a sense. Long straights and some fast corners. So yeah, that's definitely my favorite track in Great Britain. Okay, have we got any more questions? Anybody wants to ask? Feel free. Uh, we've got a question from Simon on Facebook. How important is fitness and gym work for your career progression? Like I said, um, yeah, I go in the gym as much as I can. Definitely to be the strongest and the fittest is definitely every advantage counts. So yeah, it's really I think all the drivers, top drivers, especially IndyCar, they have power steering, so that's really tough. They got really high downforce, lots of power, so you need to build up this muscle in your neck. So it's a huge part of being a driver. You have to stay fit. You have to be in the top of your game all the time to really succeed, I believe. Daniel Berry, who's your favourite teammate? I don't have a favourite teammate. I get along with everyone really well. Um, we'll spend a lot of time together outside of racing. So yeah, the whole team, everyone at J Howard is a great bunch of people. How do you focus for a race day on the day? How do you focus for a race on the day itself? From Andrew James. Um, I like to listen to music. I sometimes watch films and stay calm, just sort of get my mind off everything. And yeah, that's really it. I don't really do much other than that. I just sort of try and keep myself relaxed, drink plenty of water, keep myself as best as I can. And yeah, that's about it really. Uh, Question from Jasmine Frost. Hi, nice to see you again. Will you race in Asia one day? Um, there haven't been any opportunities as of yet. It's definitely very appealing. Lots of drivers are going out there racing GTS and They just believe they started an F3 championship. Yeah, that's only just beginning. The GT stuff definitely looks like a amazing route across the world, especially Asia is really picking up. I know a lot of people, a lot of friends that are going out there for some good opportunities. It's definitely very appealing, but I guess we'll have to see what comes about in the future. Callum Bradshaw, biggest shunt you have seen? Probably I saw a big crash at Toronto last weekend, I think, with Antonio Serravalle and Harrison Scott. That was probably the biggest crash I've seen for a long time, especially this season. That was probably the biggest crash. Okay, it's been 35 minutes. That's gone quick. I believe there's a winner's hat will be won, so which is the same as I've received in the last F4 race, which is it's got like the American independence flag. Independence Day is Mid-Ohio was close to that date. The winner, who's going to be the winner? Hard to say. Andrew James is the winner of the hat. That's ironic. Andrew, all right. Dave Mason, do you still have abnormally big feet? Yeah. Andrew was my mechanic when I first started racing. Yeah, I have big feet. I actually struggle in the tub to get my feet in the car. So I have to keep my feet sort of diagonally when I'm on the pedals to make sure I don't cross over. Jane Stevenson, what do you do if you're feeling nervous for a race to calm you down? Or do you never feel nervous? I definitely get nervous. I'm sure that's natural. A bit of adrenaline is always good. But I never, just try and stay calm. Just keep myself to myself and just keep focused on the job at hand. Okay, so if anyone's got any last questions, and then I will be done. Put them in quickly and I'll answer them. Have you found better opportunities racing in the US as opposed to other countries like the UK? Definitely, the opportunity in America is definitely a lot better so far. It's definitely been better in America. It's been quite tough to get the best opportunity, best place at the right time. But the opportunity I've had here with J Howard Drive Development has been really good, and they've done an amazing job so far. So I'm definitely really happy that we came over here and decided to do the American F4, United States F4 Championship. Oscar Piastri, do you get more nervous when Bradshaw is behind you? I think anyone gets nervous when Callum Bradshaw's behind you. He's got a reputation like that. Do you get angry if someone hits you, and can you share any experiences? I definitely get angry, if someone hits me, definitely. I don't know anybody who wouldn't, to be honest, especially if it ruins your race. I haven't got a lot of experiences, to be honest, but the ones I do have, I remember them, but I wouldn't really like to go into detail, if I'm honest. Thank you, Max. Hold up. All right, I'm going to end it now. It's been great speaking to everyone. Lots of great questions, and hope to be able to do this again soon. All right, thank you. Bye, everyone.